In a world where traditions thousands of years old collide with cutting-edge technology, there lies a land that feels both ancient and futuristic at the very same time. A place where the whispers of dynasties still echo through the Great Wall, even as neon skylines race toward the stars. Welcome to modern China, a nation reshaping the present while holding firmly to its past. A country whose story is as breathtaking as the landscapes that stretch from the Himalayas to the South China Sea. Imagine this, in just a single generation, millions of people have moved from quiet farming villages into bustling megacities where skyscrapers rise taller than the clouds and bullet trains glide faster than airplanes once dreamed. The speed of change here isn't just progress, it's transformation on a scale the world has never seen before. And yet, beyond the glass towers and high-speed rail lines, there's another side of China. One that reveals itself in the calm of ancient temples, in the stillness of rural rice fields, in the stories passed down for centuries through festivals, food, art, and family. The true magic of modern China is found in this contrast, where heritage and innovation stand side by side, not as rivals, but as partners shaping a national identity unlike any other. The world often views China as an economic giant, and rightly so. But what's hidden beneath the headlines are the human stories. The students coding artificial intelligence while sipping bubble tea in Shanghai, the scientists turning deserts green with technology, the artisans in remote provinces still crafting porcelain and silk by hand, just as their ancestors did centuries ago. These are not fragments of the past or future, they are China, here and now, alive in the modern age. From its vast digital economy, the largest in the world, to the high-speed rail network that could circle the planet twice over, modern China is writing history at lightning pace. Yet, as fast as it moves forward, it carries with it the weight and wisdom of thousands of years. To explore modern China is not simply to see a country, it's to witness a civilization in motion, reinventing itself daily, while reminding us that the past is never truly gone, only reborn in new forms. This is a journey that will take us into the heart of innovation, through the rhythm of everyday lives, into the cultural heartbeat that keeps more than 1 billion people connected. It's a story that defies simple explanations, because modern China is not just one thing, it is many. It is vast, dynamic, challenging, inspiring, and above all, unforgettable. There was a time, not too long ago, when China's cities looked nothing like the glittering skylines we see today. Just a few decades back, Shanghai was known more for its colonial architecture and riverfront charm than for towering skyscrapers. Shenzhen was a fishing village, quiet and modest, with little hint of the giant it would soon become. And Beijing, though always the political heart, was still a city marked more by bicycles than by neon lights. Yet, in the blink of an eye on history's timeline, these places have undergone a transformation so radical, so sweeping, that the world can hardly keep up with its pace. Walk through Shanghai today, and it feels like stepping into the future. The Pudong district, once farmland, now stands as a forest of steel and glass, crowned by the Shanghai Tower that pierces the sky as the second tallest building on Earth. At night, the skyline lights up like a circuit board, pulsing with energy, reflecting the speed and ambition of a nation that decided not just to modernize, but to leapfrog straight into tomorrow. Travel south to Shenzhen, and the story becomes even more staggering. In less than 40 years, it grew from a small fishing community into a metropolis of more than 17 million people. It is now called China's Silicon Valley, a powerhouse of innovation where tech giants design the smartphones, drones, and gadgets that shape our everyday lives around the globe. To stand on its streets is to witness creativity and commerce colliding at lightning speed, with startups rising in glass towers as traditional street vendors serve steaming bowls of noodles just steps away. Beijing, too, has been remade, yet it holds on to a sense of history even as it pushes into the future. The city's hutongs, its ancient alleyways, still whisper the tales of dynasties past, while just blocks away, cutting-edge research centers develop artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and next-generation space technology. Nowhere else does the old and new coexist with such intensity, with the Forbidden City standing stoically as bullet trains roar past nearby stations, connecting millions of lives in hours rather than days. But the urban revolution is not only about buildings, speed, or scale, it's about people. Hundreds of millions of citizens have left behind rural villages, moving into cities that promise jobs, opportunity, and modern living. This migration is the largest in human history, reshaping families, lifestyles, and even values. It's a story of ambition, resilience, and reinvention. These cities have become laboratories of modern life, places where tradition adapts and reinvents itself under neon skies. To walk through modern China's cities is to witness a breathtaking paradox, a civilization thousands of years old, surging ahead as one of the youngest, fastest changing societies on Earth. This is not simply urban growth, it is transformation at a scale the world has never seen, a revolution written in steel, glass, and human determination. Step into modern China, and you'll quickly realize that technology isn't just a tool here, it's the heartbeat of everyday life. What once seemed like science fiction has become routine. In cities across the country, people rarely carry cash. Instead, transactions happen instantly with a quick scan of a QR code. From street food stalls to luxury boutiques, digital payments dominate, creating one of the most advanced cashless societies in the world. It's not just convenience, it's a revolution in how people connect with money, with services, and with each other. But the story doesn't end with payments. Look deeper, and you'll find that technology has redefined transportation, communication, and even the way families live. China's high-speed trains glide at over 200 miles an hour, stitching together vast provinces in hours instead of days. These bullet trains, sleek and efficient, aren't simply modes of travel, they're symbols of a nation determined to stay in motion. Where once distance was a barrier, technology has erased it, bringing cities and people closer than ever before. In the palm of every hand is another marvel, the super app. Platforms like WeChat are more than messaging services. They are digital ecosystems where you can chat with friends, book a doctor's appointment, hail a ride, order dinner, and even manage your investments, all without ever leaving a single app. It is a level of integration that astonishes visitors and feels almost futuristic to outsiders, yet for millions of Chinese citizens, it has become the rhythm of daily life. Artificial intelligence has moved beyond laboratories and into reality. In hospitals, AI helps doctors analyze scans with breathtaking accuracy, offering early detection of diseases and saving lives in ways once thought impossible. In classrooms, AI tutors adapt lessons for each student, ensuring personalized education at a scale unimaginable in other parts of the world. Even agriculture has been transformed, with drones monitoring fields, delivering fertilizers with precision, and helping farmers feed one of the largest populations on Earth more efficiently than ever before. Then there's space, the final frontier, where China has rapidly emerged as a bold competitor. From landing rovers on the far side of the moon to sending astronauts to their own orbiting space station, technology here isn't only about daily convenience, it's about ambition that stretches beyond Earth. Each rocket launch carries with it the weight of history and the promise of the future, proving that innovation in modern China isn't limited to city streets or digital apps, but extends to the very stars themselves. What's striking is how seamlessly these advancements blend into the culture. Technology here doesn't sit apart from society. It is woven into its fabric, changing the way people shop, travel, communicate, learn, and dream. For those witnessing it for the first time, it feels like stepping decades into the future. For those living it every day, it's simply modern China, a place where the future isn't arriving tomorrow, it's already here. Beneath the dazzling skyscrapers, beneath the rush of bullet trains and the glow of digital screens, there is another China, one that beats with the rhythm of tradition, carrying echoes of thousands of years into the present. To explore modern China is to realize that its identity is not defined only by innovation and speed, but also by the delicate threads of culture that remain unbroken, weaving past into present in ways both subtle and profound. Walk through the narrow streets of Beijing's hutongs and you'll hear laughter spilling from courtyards where families still gather for meals, just as they have for centuries. Lanterns sway gently above wooden doorways, dumplings steam in bamboo baskets, and neighbors share stories across worn stone alleys. These are not relics of a forgotten past, but living spaces, reminders that tradition can survive in the heart of a rapidly modernizing capital. Festivals erupt across the nation with color and energy, binding generations together. During Lunar New Year, the skies are set ablaze with fireworks, while red envelopes carrying blessings of prosperity pass from elders to children. The Dragon Boat Festival brings rivers alive with racing boats, their painted heads cutting through the waves as drums pound in unison. And in the Mid-Autumn Festival, families gather under the glow of the full moon, sharing mooncakes filled with rich flavors that symbolize unity and reunion. These celebrations are more than holidays, they are rituals of identity, ensuring that even in the most digital of ages, people remain tethered to their roots. In villages tucked between misty mountains, artisans still shape clay into porcelain with the same patience as their ancestors. Silk weavers guide threads through looms, producing fabrics that shimmer with centuries of craft. Calligraphers dip brushes into ink, their strokes not only forming characters, but also carrying the philosophy and artistry of a culture that has always revered words as a reflection of the soul. While modern factories hum in nearby cities, these traditions endure, proving that progress does not erase heritage, it can live beside it. Food, too, tells the story of continuity. The flavors of Sichuan's fiery spices, Guangdong's delicate dim sum, and Xi'an's hand-pulled noodles speak to a culinary tradition that remains one of the richest in the world. Even as delivery apps bring meals to doorsteps at lightning speed, the recipes remain ancient, perfected through generations of trial and care. Every bite is a reminder that history is not something locked in books. It is alive in kitchens, at dinner tables, and in the shared act of eating together. Perhaps most powerful of all is the way family remains at the heart of life. Despite urban revolutions and technological leaps, the value placed on filial piety, on respect for elders, and on the bonds between parents and children continues to shape society. It is this balance, skyscrapers beside temples, smartphones beside calligraphy brushes, satellites in orbit, and lanterns in the night sky, that defines modern China. Progress and tradition, hand in hand, neither overshadowing the other, both alive in the same moment. Across oceans and continents, the reach of modern China is felt in ways both visible and invisible, shaping the rhythm of daily life far beyond its own borders. From the clothes we wear to the devices in our hands, from the goods that line supermarket shelves to the global policies debated in capitals, China's presence has become woven into the fabric of the world. This influence is not confined to economics alone. It extends into culture, technology, diplomacy, and even the way nations imagine the future. Step into any major city across the globe and chances are you'll find a piece of modern China. It may be in the smartphones buzzing in pockets, many designed or assembled in sprawling Chinese factories. It may be in the networks of 5G towers built with Chinese technology, or the endless shipping containers arriving at ports, carrying everything from electronics to furniture to the smallest household items. Trade routes that once took months to cross by sea are now reimagined through ambitious initiatives like the Belt and Road, linking Asia to Europe, Africa, and beyond, with rails, roads, and digital pathways. In this way, China has not only become the workshop of the world, but also one of its architects, redesigning the very flow of commerce. Yet influence is not measured only in goods. It is also in ideas, in stories, in soft power that transcends borders. Chinese cinema has stepped confidently onto global stages, while traditional arts like kung fu, calligraphy, and Chinese opera captivate audiences in places far from their origins. The popularity of Chinese cuisine, from sizzling stir fries to delicate dumplings, has made dining tables across continents part of a shared cultural experience. Festivals such as Lunar New Year are now celebrated not only in Beijing or Shanghai, but in New York, London, Sydney, and countless cities in between, where streets glow red with lanterns and lion dances drum through the night. In technology, the impact is equally striking. Apps born in China now shape global entertainment and communication, connecting billions across borders. Companies once seen as domestic players now dominate international markets, influencing trends and habits worldwide. And in science, the nation's investments in renewable energy, electric vehicles, and space exploration are not just national pursuits. They are global game changers, shifting industries and sparking competition that propels humanity forward. Even in geopolitics, the weight of modern China is undeniable. Decisions made in Beijing ripple outward, influencing markets in Europe, strategies in Washington, and policies in Africa. Partnerships with developing nations, investments in infrastructure, and the export of technology create bonds that extend China's presence into every corner of the globe. For some, this influence is opportunity. For others, it is challenge. But for all, it is impossible to ignore. What makes this moment extraordinary is that China's influence is not confined to one realm. It is everywhere at once. In the hum of factories and the brushstroke of calligraphy, in the speed of high-speed rail and the taste of tea, in the satellites orbiting above and the ports bustling below. To explore modern China's global influence is to realize that we are all, in some way, already part of its story.